episode, Flexy Bros. Gonna hit you with our first topic today. My bro Kelp's gonna join me here in a second. We'll wait till get some of you guys get on here. If you guys got questions, comment, throw up a like if you're on here. Alright? It's a beautiful Friday weekend. Sun's out.
Guns out.
Sun's out, guns out.
Get
so,
flexy with it.
That's it. Everything flexy.
Everything half.
Everything up. What are you drinking, bro?
Drinking black freaking coffee.
Black coffee.
What are you drinking? Drinking women's drink.
I'm drinking some cleansing yogi tea brand with some almond milk. You know, that's what's, hey, gotta do what you gotta do. Anyway, we'll get to that at the end of the episode. I'm gonna be talking about answering one of the questions that we got from one of our followers. And so yeah. Anyway.
Yo, what up, Daniel?
So guys on here. Oh, alright.
What do you mean you can't see it?
I can't see it. Okay, you can see it?
Yeah.
Cool. Stoked to be with you guys here and share a little bit about fitness and why fitness. And
Why?
exercise and
W-H-Y.
capital
F-I-T-N-E-S-S. I had to think about the last period. Why
Yep.
fitness?
all caps with a question mark and a little emoji, flex emoji.
Also, side note, I'm wearing happy shorts. All the haters that see me show up to the gym in these,
Yep.
haters gonna hate.
Right on.
They're
I'm
happy
rocking
shorts.
a $4 Walmart shirt, which I customized. So heck
That's
yeah,
not really, it's just a shirt.
it's a shirt. So right there. Can't go wrong when you pay $4. So anyway,
Alright, bro, start us off.
get
Why
why fitness?
fitness?
All right. So
Or actually, give us your definition of your definition of
Fitness.
fitness. What does fitness include? Does fitness include walking around? Does fitness include going to the gym? Does fitness include doing bicep curls and going home? That's it. You know, like what is your definition of fitness?
Good question.
First,
Fitness, I believe, is just like a exercising your body, and whatever movement that you choose, every movement that you maybe enjoy. But with that, I would say something that there's this term called pushing your heart rate, getting your heart rate in that zone of metabolic heart rate zone where you're high intensity. So like there's like the scale, whatever, that is like perceived exertion. So like basically kind of just knowing your body and knowing your heart rate and being aware of it and pushing your body in that zone into that limit. So for someone that just does bicep curls all day, like that's going to become a normal. That's going to become just monotonous. It's, you know, they're not pushing themselves. They're not doing anything out of their comfort zone or like, so yeah, it's exercise, but I think fitness is a more general scope, a balance of multiple different things, of running and using conditioning, exactly. Building your heart rate, because your heart is a muscle as well. So you need to build your heart muscle as well as your rest of your body, your muscles and your bones. So just making having a good balance overall in your fitness program. You know, going for a walk, if that's something that gets your heart rate up, like if that's the level you're at, or just jogging or like doing some push-ups, body weight exercises, and you feel like your body is exerting a lot of energy and your heart rate's, you know, up 70-80% of your max heart rate, then like that's exercise, that's fitness, like that's what it is. But if you get in the same routine and you keep doing that day in, day out, and you don't do anything else, then yeah, it's exercising your body, but there's so much more that can go into it. There's so much more that you can do that includes fitness, and I think fitness is I mean, you got bodybuilding, you got gymnastics, you got sports, you got track and field, you got
CrossFit.
You know, CrossFit, you got freaking I don't know, whatever, you know, arm wrestling competitions, you know, whatever, jiu-jitsu, wrestling, all that kind of stuff. You know, all that is fitness.
Spartan races,
exercise, Spartan races,
tough moves, all that stuff,
obstacle stuff. You know, whatever it is. If you're
having kids,
yeah, well,
When the kids run around.
Oh, I thought you
know?
were having the kid.
No, not having a kid. Like,
Is that?
Don't
I mean-
leave it.
having a kid. We're gonna have to shut that door. My wife's yelling at us.
Leave it,
Okay,
stay
we're not
back.
gonna go into that because we don't know nothing about that. So anyway, we're gonna go away from that.
Stay
Anyway,
on topic.
so like, and the other myth is too is that just because you're sweating doesn't necessarily mean you're getting a good workout or a good exercise in. Okay, because one, it could be hot out and you're sweating just because of that. The other is some of us sweat more than others, so it's not really a good indicator. So better indicator is just like your heart rate, being aware of your own mobility and level, and just pushing yourself to that max threshold. And not every time, not every day or every single time it has to be that max heart rate workout. If you're doing some strength stuff, that's fine. In between there, kind of get a mix of everything. But anyway, what I was gonna say about kind of why fitness for me personally, and why I see the purpose in it and the benefit of it is these two words. They both mean pretty well similar, the same, and it's the word able and capable. And so, hopefully this makes sense to you guys. And what I'm kind of trying to say here is that able is like, I would say, you're in a situation, you're in a spot, or someone asks you to help them move or mow the lawn, or you want to go on a hike or something, or you're in a situation, emergency situation. Take that for example, is if something happens and you need to go run for help or something, or you need to lift a heavy object off of somebody, or even give CPR, because I've heard, as crazy as it sounds, like CPR doesn't sound that strenuous, but I've heard people have to take a break and let somebody else give CPR because they're not able to, as far as their heart rate, not able to keep going, they're tired out. And that is just an area I don't want to be, a situation I don't want to be caught in, where, especially emergency situation, if it's with my family or something like that, and I'm in that spot, I'm able, physically there, but I'm not capable of carrying out what's needed. I'm not capable of running for help or lifting something off of somebody or giving CPR and lasting the whole time until it arrives. Well, that's kind of what I mean by able and capable, is that so often I think sometimes I'm there in a situation, but sometimes I feel like I'm not as capable as I could be or I should be. And so that's why I choose to exercise and do fitness, is because I want to be in this. I want to place myself in the best possible position to help others and to serve those around me. In an emergency situation, or if a friend needs help to move, or just whatever it is. That's why I choose it, and that leads me right into the other thing. Is it also builds discipline, because quite frankly, it's not always easy getting up in the morning or whatever time you go to the gym. It's not always easy, and sometimes we miss it, and you have to make it up, or you're just whatever, and it just happens. But if it's something that you make a priority and you see the greater purpose behind it, and you put it in, day out, just put it in your schedule, and it's okay if you miss. It's okay, but it's not okay. Okay.
Okay.
Too many okays. Anyway.
Okay.
Yeah, it builds discipline because you keep doing that same habit over and over and over. It's just like brushing your teeth. You see the purpose behind it. You don't want to go to the dentist to get your teeth fixed, so you brush your teeth. It's good for you. It's good for your teeth. It makes your mouth feel better, obviously, and you just feel better doing it, and it's just something you do. So that's what it is for me. It just builds discipline, builds character. It just builds confidence as well. Now, a lot of times I think there's the difference between confidence and cocky. I think, right? Because confidence is we all can have confidence. We're all building confidence, but no one likes a cocky person walking around and trying to strut their stuff and think they're all that, right? And that's something I deal with every single day, because we're all fallen. We all have selfish gain in us. So but I think what helps me in that is that going back to that greater purpose. Like the two words that I have next here is selfish or selfless. Okay, so like I think going to the gym sometimes can be looked at as, you know, a selfish kind of thing. Like you're going there, you want to just get fit for yourself. Like you're doing it for yourself. Like you want to look good at the beach or whatever. You know, you want, you know, a girl or a man to look at you like, oh wow, like you got some good biceps or, you know, whatever, good legs or whatever. You know.
Ooh, those legs.
But and
Yeah,
that
girl.
that is something that can be so real. Like that happens. Like, you know, we all struggle with that. But I think we have to keep reminding ourselves and be focused on the fact of being selfless. And that's really what the deeper thing is of exercising and fitness, is that going back to the first point is that it's selfless because you're not going in the gym necessarily just for you. You're going in there to get stronger yourself. Yeah, it is for you, but you're doing it with a greater purpose to help those around you. So you can play with your kids, you can go on that hike, you can help a neighbor move, you can just serve your community. Like you're more capable of doing the things that you should be doing as a man or a woman. So obviously there's both sides of that, and we all fall into either of those, being selfish or selfless, being cocky or confident. But hopefully, you know, we all strive to be the latter, being confident, being selfless as we're exercising, as we're getting in the gym, or going on a walk, going on a hike, whatever it is, you know, going on a swim. Like, let's keep the focus on why we do it, and let's keep the focus on something greater than ourselves, because it's so easy to just look at yourself and be like, oh, I'm getting these gains and like I'm getting stronger and I got that, you know, muscle. I got muscle up. Me and Cal both got muscle ups the other week, and it's like, that's awesome. Like we need to have goals like that, because that pushes us to keep getting better and in the gym. But that's not the whole purpose of why I go to the gym, just so I can get a muscle up and whatever. Like there's so much. I mean, he's gonna share next, and it's gonna be totally maybe opposite of what I just said, but that's okay. Anyway, so yeah, hopefully that all made sense. That's pretty much all I had to share on why fitness and why I choose to exercise. And like I said before, like, you know, I struggle with this every day of like those two things of like, you know, it's so easy to, because you're going to the gym, you're exercising yourself, your body, and like it's so easy to get focused on yourself because that's what you're doing in the gym. So I try and remind myself over and over that like, no, this is for a greater purpose. I want to be able to, not just able, but capable and confident, and knowing I can give CPR to someone if they need it. I can help someone move. I can go run a couple miles for help if I'm, you know, lost in the mountains and someone falls or whatever, or injures themselves, anything like that. So, yeah, I know that was kind of deep and whatever. Hopefully that encourages you guys and motivates you to keep at it, keep getting in the gym. And if you miss a day here or there, like don't get down on yourself. Just get back on it. Keep up that discipline. Keep up that habit. And just remember that, like, you know, the purpose behind it, you know, builds that discipline. And yeah, so
Get flexy.
get flexy with it. It's Flexy Friday, so
Get flexy.
we at you. If you got any questions or comments, I see a couple people on there. It was just a black screen before. Oh, so you heard sound but no image. All right.
That was earlier.
Okay. Anyway.
You got it fixed. It's all fixed.
Cool. So, right on. Bro, how you feeling?
How am I feeling?
Feel flexy?
Great. I feel flexy. I did a mobility test and I got like 50, which means I'm not flexy, but I will get flexy. I can
Right.
flex. I'm just not flexy.
Right on.
You know what I'm saying?
Right on. What you saying?
On a side note, before I go into why fitness for me, I wanted to add a story onto what he was saying about being capable of being capable to do something when there's an accident or emergency. When I was in college about 3 years ago, we were rock climbing in the boonies in the Rockies, and one of my buddies fell off the cliff, like a 70-foot cliff, and like just gnarly injuries, femur is broken, all that stuff, whatever. and I had to run back to the school to get help. And I know without a doubt, one, I have asthma, and two, you have to train to be able to run fast and far. I mean, it was several miles, and I was able to run the whole way. And I'm not trying to be like an arrogance, but letting you know that if you work hard, you'll be able to do things that you wouldn't normally do to help people. Like in that situation, I was able to run the way back to get help. Call the helicopter had to come life flight him out of there. I mean, it was crazy. And if you're not putting yourself in that situation and be able to do that, then hopefully, then who knows what's going to happen. So hopefully, you'll be able to take care of your body, be able to be ready for any sort of emergency situation.
Yeah.
Anyway, side story.
Right on. It's good.
Why fitness? I think I fully agree with pretty much everything he said.
Really?
Yep. I think so. For the most part. I think I would.
The muscle up part.
The muscle up part, yeah. There's some parts in there. I think it's okay to be confident, like in your body, and be confident in the goals that you're setting, and being able to be like, yeah, like setting goals and being like, freaking did that. Like that's sick. I think there's a healthy part of that where that's okay. Sure. And it's like this is like a boundary. It's like Darrell was saying, a boundary of like a balance, being like, okay, when is it arrogant and everybody just thinks you're an arrogant prick, and when is it confidence and being jacked out of your mind that you were able to, deadlift 500 pounds, whatever it is your goals are doing.
Yeah.
So that's like the only thing I would lean more towards, like being able to do, like that's okay, and going to the gym for wanting to look good. Like I want to look good. Who doesn't want to look good?
Right.
So,
yeah. I'll just comment on there real quick is that the balance between like going to the gym and spending whatever kind of time into it, like balance. Obviously, I mean, he just became a dad recently, which is pretty sweet. So like he's balancing family life and like going to the gym. He gets it in every morning most times, and
most
like
times.
For him it's like that pull of like spending time with family and getting to the gym, and like you sometimes, like he shared, like just like I feel like sometimes I feel that, and maybe you guys feel that too, is like guilty of like going to the gym, and I should be spending that time with my family, or I should be like doing something else or whatever, like. But I think like if we don't take care of ourselves and like physically and like in our nutrition, what we're eating, like we won't be able to and capable of spending that time with our family and being more active in that. So like I know it's like pulling both ways, but even if it's like 30 minutes, 20 minutes a day, even 10 minutes, 15 minutes, like you can get a lot out of a workout in 15 minutes if it's like high intensity workout.
Yeah.
I mean, so yeah, don't feel bad if you're not in the gym like an hour every single day. Like just get in what you can, and have a couple of rest days in there, but like yeah, just that balance I think is something we all need to work through. But yeah.
Balance.
Anyway.
Balance life. I don't even know what I was saying.
Dichotomy.
What was I saying?
You just
Anyway,
finished up that thought.
Whatever I was saying about, I think I finished it up. My other point why fitness is crucial, I think, is that one, it will help prevent chronic pain, chronic disease, chronic whatever. If you got injuries, spinal injuries, and you're able to work on your core, you're able to work on your back. Like I have multiple people that have had back injuries, and the doctor says, yeah, back surgery, and they decide to go to the gym, get training, and the pain, I mean, it's maybe not 100% gone, but they don't need back surgery anymore. So, preventing injuries is huge. Now, disclaimer, doesn't mean you're never going to have a back injury.
Right.
I'm saying it's going to help prevent back injuries. So, point one, going to help prevent injuries, going to help prevent chronic disease, and it's also going to help take away pain or disease as well. So those would be some main points, as well as so I have, like, people ask me these questions as such as like, okay, well, I'm already like somewhat fit. I think I look good, and I can run if I need to. I can do that if I need to. Why would I train more? And it's kind of like what Darrell said. It's like, yes, that's true to an extent, but you're still not training your heart, which is a muscle. to do the things that it needs to do. Your heart's a muscle, and if it doesn't get worked on, like anything else, what do you think is going to happen? Just like anything else.
Yeah.
Being healthier is better. So, quality of life. We're not trying to increase our quantity of life, we're trying to increase our quality of life. So, we kind of like what Joel was saying already, so we can better take care of our family, so we can better, do things with our kids. We can better, whatever it is you're doing, you can do those things better because you're taking care of yourself. Now, sure, if you guys follow us at all, we're training 5-6 days a week, high intensity, heavy lifting. People ask, why do you have to train that hard? Well, okay, not everybody has to train that hard. We're training more to compete in different competitions. So, just because we are training hard like that doesn't mean you have to. Do I think you should? I think everybody should, because it's sending yourself to a higher standard, it's putting yourself in higher discipline, and it's setting yourself goals that you can complete, which builds your confidence. Anytime anybody sets a goal and achieves it, confidence booster.
Right.
Big time.
Yeah.
And so I think with competing, just kind of a side note with competing, if you're competing and you get your butt whooped, then you know your weaknesses.
Yeah. Sure.
You know your weaknesses, so you know what to work on.
Yeah.
So those are kind of my main points is the fact that it helps prevent chronic pain, disease, and it helps heal chronic pain and disease. And a little story with that is earlier last year sometime I stopped working out, going to the gym for, I don't know, several months. And during that time, I have asthma, and during that time, I had to take my inhaler every day because my asthma is so bad. I started hitting the gym again and doing cardiovascular high intensity workouts, started heavy lifting, all these different things. I haven't used my inhaler since I started.
That's awesome.
Again, which was back in January. Okay?
That's awesome.
Like, how insane is that? I'm telling you, if you have asthma, try it. Sure, the first couple workouts, the first week or 2 weeks, my asthma would kick up and it would suck. It sucked. But after that, I've been taking my inhaler since January because of that. And before that, I was taking it every day. So it helps prevent and it helps heal. Am I healed from asthma? I don't think so. But it's helping crazy amounts. So don't underestimate the ability that fitness has and being active has to do so. And I think I disagree with Darrell, with you, in the fact of what is fitness. And I would say fitness is my personal opinion is fitness is primarily either in the gym, home workouts, or some sort of working out related, not just going on a walk. Going on a run would count, but mostly I say that because I think if somebody that's just going on a walk and saying that's my form of fitness, there's my half hour of fitness for the day, I would say that's like being active, which isn't bad, but it's not pushing you, and it's not getting your, basically it's really not working on your heart, which is a muscle, because you walk everywhere all the time. So that's normal.
Right.
So if you're doing your normal activities, I was outside playing with the kids today, or I was doing this today, I helped somebody move, and that's all normal things. So that's not really working on that much. That's why I would say fitness is in the category of working on things you don't normally work on, muscles that you don't normally use, and pushing them, pretty much just destroying every muscle cell in your body and letting it rebuild, which you don't do in a normal day. So if you're doing your normal routine, I went on a half hour or an hour walk today, or I helped my friend move, that's not going to do that. That's being active, but it's not being fitness.
That's good, bro.
That's all I got. That's it.
Sweet. I just had a thought when he was talking about like training intensity and like that kind of thing, is that I think it's so easy to get caught up on like comparing ourselves to everyone else.
Yeah, that's
because
true.
what
I do it.
Yeah. So like what one workout is for someone could be like could be super intense for someone else, or it could not be super intense for someone else. So like, for instance, if one of us is doing just like a hit cardio class or whatever, and we're doing it and we're sweating and whatever, and we're going faster maybe than someone else, but someone else is not going as maybe as fast, but their heart rate is higher, like that, they're winning. Like,
Yep.
that's what it's all about. Like, it's not about the amount of work that you do
Or the amount of weight.
or
how
amount of
heavy you
weight,
can go.
because it's more about the amount of weight that you, like, pushing yourself to that limit. Because if I just lift 100 pounds or whatever, like, that's more, I can lift more than that. But if I'm just staying there, okay, compared to someone else, that's a lot, right? Maybe. But for me, it's not. So, like, I need to know where I'm at and push myself. We all need to know where ourselves are at, because what made me think of this is that, like, a couple years ago, I run a couple different 5K races, and every year I do a Thanksgiving flipping fun turkey run. A lot of F's in there.
Oh, that's everything F.
Everything F. Flipping fun turkey run every year. Anyway, the one year I did it, and so I was running, finishing out, the end of the race, see the finish line, and I kind of like just like, you know, motivate people as they're finishing, and, you know, I'm trying to, like, pass up people, obviously, because it's the finish line, everyone wants to do that, and so I'm getting up beside this one guy, and I'm like, hey man, you gotta, like, keep going, keep pushing, and he's like, yeah, I'm giving it all I got, I gave it all I got, and so, like, you know, I had a little more, so I crept up behind him and passed him, and I get up behind this other guy, and I say, hey man, like, keep going, like, push yourself to the limit, and he hears that, and he just, like, takes off a little bit more, and just finishes, right? And
Good.
so what made me think of that is, like, that person right there, like, he wasn't giving his all. If he had a little more to give, but he only waited till I told him that, or like he wasn't, and some of us need that. Some of us need a little motivation, and we
Sure.
can go a little harder. But the other guy, like, he was giving it all he had right away. Like, he was exhausted, right? And the guy that didn't win, that I passed up, like, he's winning. Like, he gave 100%, because he's gonna, like, pass up if he keeps doing that and being consistent and giving 100% every single day. You're gonna improve. You're gonna grow stronger, and you might not be at a position someone else is at, but you'll get there. If they're not giving 100%, but they're higher than you, like, don't worry about that. Just worry about yourself. Worry about giving 100% every day. Be consistent. Set goals, and you know,
Get after
you're
it.
gonna get there. You're gonna grow. You're
Get
gonna get stronger.
After it. Get in that gym.
Yep. So
Set some goals. What do you want to do? What do you want to be in freaking 25 years or next year?
20 years. So
All right.
yeah.
Change subjects for just a minute. We got, like,
Yep.
literally in 5 minutes. Can you do this in 5
Yeah.
minutes?
Sure.
2 minutes.
Give it 5 minutes.
Okay.
So, the question we got from this week, leading up to this topic session episode, was from Bev. She says, so, for those that don't know, I'm on a 2-week cleanse right now. I'm just approaching 1 week this coming Monday. And she just asked the question, why cleanse?
I am not on a cleanse.
What am I doing with it, and why? And how are you feeling? So she's asking, why am I doing the cleanse and all that kind of stuff. Anyway, so the purpose of why I'm doing it is, one, me and Hannah are doing it together, so someone else, we can do it together, keep each other accountable.
But don't do it.
The other is, I'm not really going to get into, like, the whole subject of, like, what cleanses better and you know, what I'm cutting out, all that kind of thing. Obviously sugar is a great cleanse to cleanse from, but all the other stuff, like, you know, if you're doing like a vegan cleanse or like a Daniel fast, or all that kind of thing. But anyway, my cleanse is no dairy, no caffeine, limited caffeine, no sugar, no added sugar stuff except for fruit, natural sugar, and no alcohol. And yeah. What's that?
No bread.
And bread, no bread.
Limited bread.
Limited bread, yeah. So the biggest thing is basically sugar and caffeine and dairy, no dairy. So yeah, there's no really like science magical thing with that. It's just something that we kind of put together. It's something that like I consistently always take into my body. Like I love coffee, I love caffeine, like just a pre-workout
Alcohol.
thing. I'm not much a big alcohol fan, so that
Drinks.
that didn't really affect me a whole
So
lot.
much.
But more coffee is like, I need to have my coffee in the morning. I don't need it, but I just like a good taste, you know? Good
Always
black
the rum,
coffee.
always gone.
And dairy is a big thing because I love cottage cheese. I love cheese. I love
Ice cream.
milk. I love ice cream. He got me. That's my weakness.
It's your weakness.
As a Stafford, you would know.
I'm a staffer and it's not my weakness.
Well, it should be. Anyway. What was I going with
So,
that?
how do you feel while doing it, now that you're
no,
doing
with
the
cleanse. I don't know why the purpose. So the more the purpose why I'm doing it is because I think, like, it brings an awareness to what you're eating, what you put into your body. It brings just a discipline, cutting out something that you're normally used to. Yeah, that's basically some of the deeper reasons behind it. I think it just builds character, like just depriving yourself of something
Right.
that you normally would eat or drink, and that you really like. Like I really like ice cream. Like that's just my weakness. You know, I'm just gonna put it out there. I love coffee, dairy, all that kind of stuff. So just stepping away from that for a couple weeks is like hard, but it's super good. It builds like character. It builds like discipline. It just brings more an awareness to the food that you're putting into your body, the drink that you're putting into your body, all that kind of stuff. So hopefully that answers your question, Bev. And anyway, what's the other word?
How do you feel? Well, I'm trying to.
How do I feel?
Trying to go back and
Honestly,
forth. Thank you.
the coffee thing, as far as the caffeine, hasn't really affected me. As far as like, you know, some people get headaches and just like feeling like lazy and whatever. I haven't really felt that. I'm not sure why. I don't really think coffee affects me a whole lot, but I feel like,
Be honest,
yeah,
do you
I
feel
feel
any different?
different.
Do you feel different?
I feel more hungry, I think. I'm definitely craving sweets, that's for sure. Like, just a
How does it
sweet
make your
tooth.
gut feel? Like, how is it? Do you feel any difference inside? You
I
could
don't
say
know if I
no.
feel a lot of different. I feel good. I feel great. Like,
You always feel great.
and the thing is, like, I wasn't really eating like super unhealthy before, so like it's not like super like drastic cleanse. But yeah, I mean, I feel great. Like it's helping. I believe. Like I said, it maybe not be helping like crazy amount physically, but it's more the fact that it's helping just discipline. It's helping just be aware of like what I'm eating and you know all that kind of stuff. So yeah, it's just something fun to do. Maybe not fun to do, but like something good to
Yeah,
do.
it's fun to do.
For like if you're gonna do it with someone else, especially like that's great because then you can keep each other accountable. If like you know
That's where we conflict.
yeah, your friend's trying to lose weight, like he's not.
I'm
but
not.
anyway, he's like all the carbs,
All the
all the
carbs.
freaking food, everything. You
No
eat.
sugar. Still
And
no sugar.
I'm like really no carb. I mean some carbs, but low carbs, real
Pretty
clean.
much,
No, I don't eat anything
essentially-
fried. He's everything fried.
Well, okay. Hold up.
Freaking
Not-
fried.
I love
That's
fried
what it
stuff, and I will eat fried stuff. Pretty much if we go out to eat, we don't make fried stuff really here. Basically what I'm saying is, you have two different types of people here. He's all about the cleanse. I think the cleanse is retarded. There you go.
is. Might be good for you though, bro. You should try it.
No, not doing it.
You don't know unless you try. Have you ever done a cleanse in your life?
Yeah, I went without coffee before and sugar before. You know how it makes me
How's
feel?
it feel?
Unhappy.
Bro, your happiness doesn't come from food.
It might. Anyway, there you have it. All about the cleanse.
Boom.
I'm about eating healthy as a lifestyle. And I'll, you know, we'll
I'm
eat
the
whatever-
same way.
every once in a while. He's the same way.
Well, the other thing too I want to add with that is that I don't recommend doing a cleanse to lose weight. Okay.
No.
Don't go on a diet. Don't go on this fad diet.
Lifestyle. No keto.
I'm gonna just eat
That's a totally
salad
different story.
and eat like 2,000, 1,000, 1,500 calories a day. Like that's gonna limit my calories. Like go hardcore. Like
The cleanse isn't a diet, is what we're saying.
right. Cleanse is not a diet. It's more. It's just something I chose to do. Like
Discipline.
and just discipline or whatever. So like trying to lose weight. Like do it more consistently. Do it like a pound or two a
No,
week.
no, we're not going
Alright,
into losing
so
weight.
anyway.
Not going into losing weight.
What?
That's a
Okay,
totally different
gain weight.
subject.
Alright.
No, we're not going into gaining weight. We're not going into... That's a totally different episode.
All right. Next
Totally different
episode.
episode.
Watch out for it.
We'll let you know when the next episode is.
Right on.
Well, next episode's next Friday. And here, announcement from the baby. Speak.
That's one, Daddy.
Speak.
Speak, Dad.
Oh, low battery. Well,
Anyway, that's ending our Flexy Bros first episode.
get flexy. Get in the gym.
Thanks
where
for
we're headed.
watching.
That's where we're headed right now. Get in the gym. Get flexy.
If you guys got questions or topics you want us to hit up next week,
DM us.
hit us up, and we love to talk about it and learn more. So, thanks again. We out. Get flexy with it. Woo!
Bye. 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 Bye.